So now you've got the table frame out of the nylon bag. So you just take it like so. Okay. There we go. And you have these purple pieces here. You just take, and one fits and clicks just like that inside the other. To take it loose, you just press on it. So fits together. Right there you hear the click. To get it loose, you just press on it. Nice and easy. Doesn't take much force at all. So we get one side there, and the other side, and then you can flip it, get the bottom part, click, and here as well. Clicks into place, and there you've got it. Okay? It's ended up nice and solid there. So these are the crossbars we put in place. Got a little notch there for the screw. So you just take and hook it onto that. Then you've got the supports there for the crossbars. That's going to make a really sturdy table. Take the plastic piece here, and we're going to insert it right on the inside here, and fit it through the back. And it's got little grooves on the piece of metal, so it sits on top of the piece of metal. So just make sure you fit it, and it sits right on top of there. There it is. You've got a nice solid base there to put anything you might need to add to it. And you have to make sure that they fit, the board fits into the notches. Right. Okay, so you've got everything set up. Your table's set up. You got the nylon, the wrap around it. And so now you want to make sure you got your hairnet on. If you have any kind of logo cap or anything like that you need to add, put that on there as well. And we'll put an apron. So what I like to do, oh, by the way, you want to make sure that you have your, you have this, the Roar sports drink kind of shows them the different varieties of the sports drink. So to start off, here's what I like to do with the souffle cups. You can just tear the top off and sort of have them where, put them like that. Or you can just kind of slide them right out of the plastic there. Speeds up the process a little bit. Maybe a few more. Make sure you get enough out of there. And then we'll just set them up real quick. Okay, so we got it all set up here. We've got our napkins out, and we've got our backup just down below here on the plastic shelf we have. We've got plenty of cups out because you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be coming in. You don't want to run out too soon. And we're ready to start serving. So get a few out there. Once you have a few out there, people are going to kind of get curious and wonder what it is you got. So put a few out just like that. And you don't need to don't fill the whole cup up, because then you're going to have people, carrying it away, sloshing it around. Only put about half. You don't need to put the full cup in there. Okay? So, and to get people over, you just establish eye contact with everybody. Hi, how you doing? Hi, how are you? Whatever it is, the way that you interact with people, you have to be outgoing, or else you're not going to get any of this gone off the table. So be outgoing, have eye contact with everybody, and smile. Act like you're having a good time. And you know what? It is a good time because you're in here in a cool environment, and it's people shopping around. So just make sure you do that. And then we're going to, with the people that come over and they take a sample, hey, come on over and try it out. We're showing everybody today. And if you even have a tray, you can take that, even walk around not just stuck behind the booth the entire time, and sample it to people. Hey, we're showing everybody, try it out. Odell Beckham Jr. Sponsors this drink. It's Roar Performance Drink. So Roar Performance Drink is a coconut water-based drink which gives you the energy and hydration of a traditional sports drink without the chemicals and the sugar. It's got 25% less sugar than the competitors. It has a coconut water base that provides a metabolic boost while detoxifying and increasing electrolytes. It's all natural, and so it's going to be healthier, and it really does give a boost with those B vitamins. At the same time, it's helping you to lose weight with the lauric acid that's in the coconut. So this is something that you need to try yourself and feel the difference. You can really feel it. And that way you'll be able to tell others about it in more detail, what it's done for you. So someone has just tried the drink, and you give it to them, they try it, and you go, isn't that great? And you say, normally you get a 12-pack of these 20-ounce bottles for $29.99, but here today, you can get all 12 of these for only $15.98. That is a third off, a huge savings. Another thing that's very important to remember, that throughout your day as you're demoing, things can get kind of messy, especially with some of the drinks that have some sweetness in them, or the king cakes. So just make sure you use your disinfectant wipes, and you can keep them right under here on that plastic shelf we showed you earlier. Just wipe the area down if you have any kind of stains or anything that's kind of sticky around. Be sure and wipe that down well, and we'll throw that at the camera lady there.
Thank you.
And then you'll usually have another rag or something like that that you can wipe that down, so that you keep things nice and clean.
That's what you get.
Another thing to do, you want to prepare and think ahead. If you're having, and you just expect that you're going to have a big rush of people, because it always comes in waves, have out a bunch of samples on a tray, such as this. Pretend these are all samples here. And just stick it right underneath on your plastic shelf. That way you have some ready to go there, and you can have some others that you're serving, people are coming to get, that are already out. Just think ahead, that way you're never surprised. Now for the 4th of July Kaluda's King Cake. What the important thing you want to have is, you gotta have your knife to cut it with. Make sure it's nice and clean. Have your sanitizer bucket so that you can put them in there, and have a backup knife as well. Would be really handy to have. So that you can just have this bucket down on your plastic shelf and keep things nice and sanitary and clean, so we don't want any health code violations. Alright, so to start off with the king cake, comes with in a plastic wrapper like this. So I sometimes will just keep one of the knives to go around and cut that open like so, and then just take the top off, and there we go. We got our 4th of July Kaluda's King Cake, and it's very, it smells so good. Now I believe this is stuffed with cream cheese, if I'm not mistaken. So now when you want to cut this, put out a few of your cups. Like so. And just cut it into little squares. Now, you want to cut them in about 1-inch squares. Don't make them really big, because they won't fit in the cup, for one thing. And for another thing, you're going to have to be cutting a lot going to get more king cakes to cut up. So I just like to do them in kind of straight lines like so. Alright. I'm just going to do a part of this one here so you can get the idea. So we cut these into small little squares, just like that, and then you can kind of use your knife and scrape up a little bit there, just a little squares, so they just get a taste of it. It does have the cheesecake in there as well, so just use the knife to kind of, if you have to, cut around it. Make sure you get good clean cuts, so it makes it easier. to get the samples out. Get one here. All right. So put that in there. And you can go, once you get the hang of it, you can go pretty quickly through this and just fill up the cups, put samples in each one of them. And there again, you want to smile. You want to look at everybody in the eye so that you have eye contact. And you want to have a good conversation with them. Starting off by, hi, how are you today? Hello. Oh, you know, I like your shoes. Whatever you might think of that you notice about the person. And say, hey, come on over. Everybody's trying this out today. This is delicious Kalutas King Cake. It's filled with cream cheese and it's from New Orleans. Try it out. So they're going to try that out and go, oh wow, that is great. And and then you say, yeah, and they're normally, these go for $25, $30. You can get it here for only $17.98. Okay? So you always, you know, contrast with the higher price point. Normally these go for $25, $30. Here you get it for only $17.98. And that is a full, this is what is known as a half sheet. So 2 pounds. 2 pounds of king cake here. And it is delicious, freshly made here in New Orleans. So I've got that as well. And then one important thing to do is to ask for the sale. If they like it, they love it, great, isn't it? You know, suggestively sell it for the family. Or one for, you know, as a gift for somebody else. Any which way you can think about it there. You want to shoot high, okay? And so that way you're going to sell more than you would otherwise. Another important thing you want to make sure you do is to have your price signs clearly displayed at your booth. So that way there's no question, you won't get people asking you how much. You'll be able to focus more of your time on actually showing the value of the product and the great taste of it. A handmade bag that has different compartments. So I've got a back compartment, one compartment for the blackboard here, and then there's another separate compartment so they don't get scratched up for the plastic board, and then just insert the frame into the top part, or the front part rather. Okay, we'll put this. The back part there. There we go. And then the plastic piece goes right in there with it. Has its own little pocket. Okay. All right.